Screw your freedom.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
If there's anybody that can handle the truth, it's you guys. Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. I am amped, stoked, and ready for what they're bringing on us. Folks, I have my days where I'm like, you know what? I'm ready for these bastards. I'm ready for them, right? You want to say we're not ready? We're not doing anything. We're not taking any action. Wrong. You and I are taking action. We're watching what's going on, and at the same time, simultaneously preparing with food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense, and we have a plan. It's up to you, though, in your neighborhood to get the people together, whether it's your close neighborhood or your extended neighborhood or your entire community. It's up to you now to start taking action locally because the hard times are coming, folks. It is unfreaking believable what has happened today, and we're going to go through it. Now, also, we are still live on YouTube, and Jolene, if I forget anything, just send me a private message and let me know. I've got the entire technological Prepared Mind setup right here in the bunker, right in front of me. I've got emails, I've got instant messenger, I've got computers, I've got YouTube, I've got the news, and I've got all of you right here in front of me. It's incredible. Modern technology is helping us fight evil. We need to see this, folks. These are our tools. Now, understand, the left knows that. They do not respect it, and they will not allow it if they have a chance to stop it. So we've got to keep the pressure on them. Keep doing prep to action. Get prepared and then take action locally as well as calling DC. It's not up to me, folks. I could be a leader in an area. You can too. I can't lead the nation. The moment I step out front, I get the Stuart Sparedlow treatment. I get the January 6th treatment. I'm not doing that. I will not be a sacrificial lamb. Instead, I would rather be a frickin' lion and chew some asses off. So let's start, shall we? Number one, right out the gate, Dr. F, Dr. Doom, little Dr. Anthony Fauci tests positive for cerveza bug. I don't say that, folks. ABC News says that. ABC News. Did they fact check it? Did they make sure that he was fully juicinated, that it was both effective and safe? I tell you what, either he's a hypocrite and he's a liar and he's wrong, or he lied. I say it's actually both. I say he is a hypocrite, a liar. But yeah, either he got it and it's not effective, or he didn't get it and he lied and said he did. My money, if I were a betting man, would put it on the latter. You know what I say, Dr. F? Screw your freedoms.
And not just to think about, well, my freedom is being kind of disturbed here. No, screw your freedom.
Screw your freedoms there, Dr. F. Yeah, he's full of crap. This is the Q&A. This is the monologue section for the day. We are still live, folks. We're live on YouTube. But guess what? Jolene tells me we're 99% done with the premium site. What does that mean? We can get into more uncensored, awesome news, information, SHTF, opinions, and perspectives that I can give you somewhere else. Okay? I don't have the website yet. We haven't fully tested it yet, but it is prepared and ready. Now, for the past, week and a half, you guys, everyone on YouTube has got a taste of what it's like to have access every single day. And for today, as usual, you can do a super chat donation, Or if you're a YouTube member, get your questions in now. Get them in now. Do it now, right? The reason I say do it now is at the bottom of the hour, 4:30 Eastern Standard Time, we're going to do a Q&A, question and answer. Your super chat donations, and it's up there in the corner outside of the TV screen. Super chat, and you can't do it. Oh, by the way, on the phone. 60% of you watch these videos on the phone. You can't do super chats on the phone. What the hell is wrong with YouTube, huh? Ding dongs. Anyways, get your super chat donation in. It's up in the corner past the TV screen. And you can join us with questions, comments, statements, tell a lie, tell the truth, whatever you want. You can join in the second half. Now, when we get back to a premium site, remember we fired Patreon. We don't want them. We don't need them. They can F off. When we get to our new premium site, we can transfer premium memberships over to there and we can start anew, afresh. And you will get all kinds of information on cerveza bug, Jim Jones juice, the problems with it and how to avoid it, and medications to take, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Not because I'm a doctor, folks. Oh, no, I say follow the experts. Follow people who have PhD, the experts. I'm not an expert, but they can be. Real experts like Dr. Fauci. You can follow them. And we'll also have information on various types of fraud that are going on around the nation, as well as other information that we feel might violate the terms of service and community guidelines. We can't put it on here. Oh, no, no, no. No, no, and no. I tell you what, I've been out in the sun today, kicking some ass, working my ass off, and I was told, have yourself one of these effeminate beverages. Well, okay then. This one is some sort of hard seltzer. It's cold, it's wet, and I joyfully accepted it. All right. Get this. Get this. You Americans are paying way too much for fuel. Is or is not the United States of America the creator and distributor of the world reserve currency? That's right. The US dollar, world reserve currency. Aren't we the lone mega uber duber superpower with nuclear weapons and super economy and yada, yada, whatever? We're so awesome. Why do we have a declining? Why do we have a declining standard of living? It's because of Biden. Biden did this. Now, get this, right? Who is pushing us away from oil and into electric vehicles? Well, then I thought about this because I know people with electric vehicles. I know people with hybrid vehicles. I know people with good old-fashioned hydrocarbon vehicles. No one has begged for one or the other to be destroyed. It was always, what do you want as the consumer? What can you afford as the consumer? What do you need? What meets your needs as the consumer? Free market. We're being forced into this shit by Biden and his supporters. We're not being asked if we want our prices to freaking double. No, we don't. And yeah, folks, I've had enough today. I have had enough. But we'll continue to be good. No one asked for this. It's being shoved down our throat. When I was a kid in 1974, gas prices went up. They went up from a quarter to 50 cents a gallon, right? They doubled. But Joe Biden wasn't around in the Senate back then. Richard Nixon didn't say, you go buy some other kind of car. People were told, these are the new gas prices. Do what you will with them. We're being told this time, 50 freaking years later, this time we're being told, no, gas prices are going up and they're going to keep going up until you people do what we want, and that's buy electric vehicles. Well, guess what? The electrical vehicle agenda, the EV agenda, is being led by electric car investors and insiders. Does that mean Elon Musk? Not really. Electric car investors and insiders. That's right, according to the media. People who are set to make money on all of this by investing in it. They just put their money in it. They're pushing Biden. Do this for us because we want to make a lot of money. They're not electric vehicle car workers or car companies. They're not saying, we're willing to work our ass off to make these EVs, to make America a better place. They're people who are sitting on the sidelines, billionaires investing in this technology, and they want their payoff, folks. This is not about what's good for the environment. This is not about what's good for America. It's about what's good for the globalist investors that are controlling El Presidente Xi Biden. That's what this is about. Okay, now, studio issues. I knew it was coming, right? Studio issues. Wow. This day would not be complete, folks, without a bunch of crap. Okay, hang on. Stand fast. Stand fast. Okay, let us continue, shall we? Folks, Russia is not giving us a break. Russia has further reduced natural gas flow by another 40% into the nation of Germany. Right? Russia controls Europe. Absolutely controls Europe. How are they doing it? They're doing it with energy. Now, what's amazing on all of this, folks, don't blame Russia. Frickin' Biden was out today, and they're calling it the Putin pricing, right? It's the Putin inflation. Is it? Is it really? Germany is doing this to themselves. What has Germany done? Germany has said, no more coal, right? Screw your freedoms. We don't need your coal. They have said no more nuclear. Germany is set to decommission its last 2 nuclear power plants. No more nuke for you. No. And they don't have enough power. They don't have enough power. So they're firing up the cheapest and fastest way to get power back into their power grid, which, by the way, has to be maintained 24/7. And they're using it with the least expensive fuel available, the fastest way to do it. In other words, they're taking every shortcut they can to cover their asses, and they have completely screwed up the entire German system. So Russia's like, hey, we want more vodka, eh? So you're going to pay 40% more. They've cut the natural gas by 40%. Now, if I was a German mathematician, I'd be scratching my head going, how the fuck are we going to get enough power for German industry? Folks, Germany is the Michigan that America had in the 1960s. Car manufacturing, industrial output. Germany is the bicep of Europe. It is the workhorse. It is the gluteus maximus. It's the gluteus maximus of Europe. The big muscle. And they don't have the energy. Imagine being the big muscle. I'm Germany, well, our muscles are big, but I can't get no energy, right? Imagine Schwarzenegger, who hasn't gotten to eat any food in 5 days. He's going to be very weak. He's going to say, screw your production. I know I'm being crazy. But not as crazy and stupid as these morons in Germany. man, we're German, right? Critical thinking was invented by Germans, believe it or not. The laying out of what critical thinking is, how it works, the purpose, the objective, the conclusions, everything about critical thinking process was invented by the Germans. Not to say others hadn't already done it, but they lined it out so they could academically teach how to critically think. It wasn't just common sense, which is rare in and of itself. It wasn't just latent intelligence, which many people have and they don't even realize it. But critical thinking is a process. And the Germans just seem to take it like a football and frickin' punt it away. Idiots. So Russia's like, hey, guess what? We're going to cut your gas some more. You want to mess with the big Russia, Mother Russia, right? Russia and OPEC folks are making big money on Biden decisions, European Union decisions, stupid German decisions. What do they care? They can sell Russian oil, and they are, to India, to China, to any other nation on the planet, and make a massive profit while selling to them at a discount. Even OPEC nations can buy Russian oil cheaper than they can buy it and sell it to other countries. Like, for instance, Saudi Arabia can buy Russian oil for $100 a barrel, turn around and sell it to the U.S. for $125. They make money on the deal. And who pays? You pay. You, me, us. We pay for this. It is shocking. It is embarrassing. It is unconscionable what these people are doing. Unbelievable. Now, if for any reason, folks, this channel gets taken down on YouTube, go to the Prepared Mind BC. Got to go to YouTube, type it in, the Prepared Mind BC. That's BC is not before Christ or caveman times. It's backup channel. It's backup channel. Make sure you're subscribed there. You hit the notification bell there so that if something happens, you will get a notification through a Prepared Mind BC post that says, Rutro, they did it again, because they're going to do it again, folks. I don't know if it's going to be next month or next year. They're going to do it again. You and I need to be prepared. And that's what the premium channel was, and shall be about. It's about having free speech and the ability to say what needs to be said. And that you can get prepared using that knowledge, as well as help others get prepared and help others prep to action. There is so much going on. So much going on. And I want to thank everyone also who've gone to PayPal, right? Down below is PayPal link and a CashApp link. We've got a lot of you guys who have turned around and said, we're going to support you even more. People like Heidi, Bonnie Blue, John, you know who you are, Cottage Farm. We've got a lot of supporters, and now I've left them all out. I've left out a bunch. I know. You all know who you are. You know who you are. Thank you very much. Without you guys, we're going to have nothing but trouble. Nothing but trouble. Now, this is incredible. Oh, by the way, also, for a lot of you tune in late, we need to get over 300 subscribers going right now live on a Wednesday afternoon here. And when I say we're cutting it close to SHTF, that's the title of the video, Cutting It Close for SHTF. Folks, we're cutting this really close. You have got to be prepared. I share as much as I feel comfortable sharing. I share as much as I find. I don't pull any punches, but looking ahead even further, my prognostications as the prophet of prepping, it's going to get even worse than I predicted. Not necessarily on the Mad Max, but yes, potentially on the Mad Max. Everything they're doing is to take us down. When I said they want their great reset, so they need to punish us, hurt us, make us suffer, it is worse than what I anticipated. It truly is. It scares the hell out of me. It scares the hell out of me. It's so bad, folks, that even CNN, the Clinton News Network, things are so bad that even CNN's fact checkers say Biden's claims about economics and the deficit are, quote, almost a bizarro world. That is a direct quote. Almost a bizarro world. It's almost a direct quote of what we say here. And that we're living in bizarro world. The Democrats have created bizarro world. They truly have. Every time a nation has decided to take itself off the gold standard, print a bunch of cash, ultimately they destroy the value of the currency by going on a money printing binge. And here we are, folks. Oh, that won't happen with the dollar. That's not going to happen with modern monetary theory because we're calling it modern monetary theory. Even John Maynard Keynes, inventor of the American version of let's just spend what we need to spend and we'll worry about paying it back later, who started this, folks, almost 100 years ago during the FDR administration, deficit spending. Even he said it is destined to fail. Why would he say that? The reason he said it because it was true. Additionally, I don't think he intended for them to eternally, permanently, and until the very end of time, continue to print more money and spend more money than was actually available. Unbelievable. And so what is happening now? That's a Woody Woodpecker reference. If you remember Woody Woodpecker, back when cartoons could be funny, now cartoons are about being woke and teaching children moral lessons about cutting their tallywhackers off. Let's just go back about 40 years to the Reagan administration. We had a gas price reset. Precious metals shot to the moon, Alice. Gold and silver went up. Pow. Gold went from $35 to over $800 an ounce. Silver went from a silver dollar to $50 an ounce. Back then, there was a gentleman named Paul Volcker, Secretary of the Treasury for the United States under Reagan, cranked up interest rates to try and kill the inflation and stabilize the economy, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So today, the Federal Reserve, in an attempt to try and curb the crash, stop the bleeding, right? They have hiked the Federal Reserve rate 0.75 or 75 basis points, 0.75% or 75 basis points, which is the most that's been done in 28 years, right? It kind of takes us back to the Volcker era, Paul Volcker, when he said, that's how you solve these problems. You raise the value, the time value of money. That is the interest rate. But it also has very, very, very negative effects on other economic indicators. In other words, folks, economic, financial, and monetary, SHTF, is rising. And once it gets past the nose, you can't breathe. It's suffocating. And it will suffocate a lot of parts of the economy. It's here, folks. Did you ever have any doubt? That day, I lit my Byron cigar, which was a $28 cigar. And I drank that 18-year-old scotch and said, shit has hit the fan. Way back in the spring of 2020, and said, they've done it. We are now here. And since then, we've been going through the process. Every piece, Cerveza bug wave 2, lockdowns. Oh my God, more lockdowns. Cerveza bug wave 3. We all need to be scared. Stay at home, lockdown, blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, we have a solution. It's called the Jim Jones juice. Oh, it's safe. Oh, it's effective. Oh my God, people are dying. Oh no. Keep taking it. Oh, you need 2 of them. Oh, you need 3 of them. The more, the merrier. Keep doing. Oh shit, now we're in war with Ukraine, fighting against the Russians through a proxy effort. Gee whiz, golly gee willikers, as the economy crashes, as things take a shit and go down. This is where we're at. Cutting it close for SHTF. The question I have for you is, are you prepared? Food, fucks. How many times have we said food? Number one, food. Number one, you're number one. Do you have enough food to last 2 months, 3 months, 4 months? I actually caught a headline by Southern Prepper, his channel. Great channel. Been around as long as me or maybe a little longer. He's taking some time off. He's back. But he's like, you don't need to get this high dollar food chow, this super chow. Get anything you can get. Rice, beans, canned foods. Get anything you can get that is meal replacement, tastes good. Get food stored now, right? We're cutting it close to the time when shit's just going to go off the chart price-wise. Your food is an investment. Your food is insurance. Same with fuel. Always, please, just trust me on this. Take the extra 10, 15 minutes and fill up your vehicle every week or every other day, twice a week, whatever it takes to make sure you never get below half a tank. Stop if you're at a 3/4 of a tank and fill that son of a bitch up. Learn how to top it off safely, right? Make sure you've got food, fuel, everything, folks. The hard times are officially back. Officially back. And get this. Biden administration, Biden bureaucracy, their officials tell Americans one more time, yet again, buy electric cars. What? If we can't afford to pay for expensive gas and it's hurting us, what makes you jackasses think we could afford a Tesla at $70,000? That's what a Tesla costs. One of those little ridiculous looking bubble looking things that looks like it came from the Jetsons, but it doesn't fly. I'm not a big Tesla Y. When I see a Tesla Y model, I'm like, why would you buy that? Energy experts, economic experts, financial experts that I have listened to said we should not do EVs. If you want to switch to a new program, you have to do it incrementally. You don't just say everyone has to buy full EV. We don't have the batteries, we don't have the electrical capacity, and we still have an entire oil infrastructure made. We need hybrids. Instead of one car getting a full set of batteries, you do 1/5 of that. You put batteries in 5 cars, right? The same battery amount as one car, one Tesla gets, put it into 5 cars and give them a very small gas motor. Give them a very small gas motor that is what? That is a hybrid. And we get there incrementally. But they don't understand that, folks. These idiots want us to just go out and buy electric cars. Well, there's not enough power. There's not enough charging stations. There's not enough money. They're that fucking stupid, folks. That stupid. They really are. That stupid. Unbelievable. They're not backing off. Joe Biden, his good buddy, John F. Kerry, former political candidate for president, idiot John F. Kerry. We don't need to drill any oil. I've got all the fuel I need for my private jets. So we must not need any more oil. These people are morons, folks. Absolute morons. By the way, you got something to say? It's better to burn out than fade away. No. Instead, hit the super chat button. We've got a great crowd here tonight. Bam. Uh-oh. What the fuck is going on? Okay, we're back. We're back, everyone. Where are we at? Hey, we're at the 30-minute mark. We had a little technical difficulty there. It is time for the Q&A.
Are you ready?
Why is there never enough time for everything I want to talk about? That's what I want to know. What the heck? Okay, everyone. Here we are. It is time for your questions. Time for the Q&A. Welcome back. We got Darren Earp 1 with a 1776 super chat donation. And guess what? We're going to do exactly as he asked. Uncensored. This is incredible. That they are coming out now and telling us. This is incredible, Daryl. This is incredible. Darren Earp. I'm just going to call you Daryl. Even Biden administration officials are coming out and saying no one should be able to question. No one should be able to question their belief systems. No one should be able to question their motivations. No one should be able to question the numbers, the details, the finance, or the science. It is unfreaking believable. We can't question them, they say. I want to know why not. What are they afraid of? I'll tell you what they're afraid of. They're afraid of looking freaking stupid because they are, and they know it. They know it, folks. Ooh. Uncensored. Why did Patreon get mad at us and say, we don't like what you're doing? Well, because I was talking about the LGBS crowd and they called it hate speech. Well, it's not hate speech. I should be allowed to criticize climate change. I should be able to criticize the Biden energy policy. And by the way, the Biden energy policy and agenda, it's not written down anywhere that I know of because it makes no frickin' sense. Right? If the agenda is to help the American people, then you don't close the Keystone Pipeline. You drill for more oil. You tell our competitors, guess what? We don't need you. Bring your price down. You produce more, and then we'll talk. But the Biden energy policy is the opposite of that. It's kill the pipelines. It's kill domestic drilling. It's beg other countries to help us out. That's not how you run a railroad, folks. To borrow an old expression, that's not how you run a railroad. Now, this is interesting. I guess I can. Mr. Darren Earp. One, I can criticize Biden, but I can't criticize the LGBS crowd. Oh, no. But Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene has announced, and this in no way and no chance at the federal level will pass. But she is doing this, in my opinion, my humble opinion. She wants this topic for everyone to be discussing on the mainstream media, in DC, in every home, at every dinner table, at every school board meeting. She's introducing a bill to make it illegal, folks, for children to be exposed to drag queen performances. I didn't do it. The Prepared Mind channel didn't do it. We're not saying it's wrong. We're saying Marjorie Taylor Greene is doing this. I wonder what the reaction of all the woke-tards is going to be. I just wonder. I would like to be uncensored and unshackled, just like I would like you to be the same way. I get to be the mouthpiece, folks, the spokesman for freedom here in the Prepared Mind Network, on the R Syndicate, on the internet, and soon, very, 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 very soon, in a new protected environment where we can speak about this quite a bit more openly. Unbelievable. And I think this is great. Hey, Marjorie Taylor Greene, have fun. Get ready for hate mail. But folks, I want children protected from perversion, from undue perverted influence. I want children protected. I want their innocence protected. And that is one of the things in the book of morality known as the Bible. And folks, I am not perfect. I have sinned so much. But I know you're not supposed to take the innocence of small children. Unfreaking believable. The sickness out there. All right, who's next, Jolene? Get your opinion out there. Super chat donations are welcome. Cash App donations are welcome. PayPal donations, those are all down here in the description side. And also, if you're a YouTube member who have joined us in YouTube and in the membership, and it's over there somewhere, up over there, YouTube membership in the interim. And Heidi says, when are people going to start putting together a fire watch on these food processing plants? Whoa, Heidi, checking in on the common sense thinking. We've had yet another food processing, food baking, creating, food making plant catch fire. I think the FBI warned us well over a month ago that they're aware this is happening and they're going to look into it. Sounds to me like they're aware this is happening and they're going to look into making more of it happen.
Are you ready?
I don't have a whole lot of faith in the FBI. Now, back to Heidi's point. Firewatch. And Heidi has been a great supporter of the Prepared Mind Network. Thank you, Heidi. Firewatch. As a Marine, Marines used to be both on the land, air, and sea, as the song goes, Marine Corps hymn, on land, on air, and sea. Back when the Marines were started, the source of light at night came from oil lamps and candles. And the world was much more combustible back then, right? Things were made out of raw materials like wood, straw, right? Paper. Everything caught fire very easily. So every night, someone had to be on fire watch, right? Making sure, doing just basic patrol. Even in MCRD San Diego, which was all concrete and all plaster and all concrete, nothing would ever burn. I'm sure even the bedding they gave us was fireproof, just for that particular reason. But Firewatch, when are they going to learn, right? Now, every facility in the whole United States of America, according to oh my God, the beautiful Occupational Safe and Health Administration, OSHA, right? There are the necessary fire protection systems in place. Fire sprinklers, fire alarms, et cetera, et cetera. And still, we're having major problems. I don't think this is an accident. I don't think it is a coincidence. One time, fool me. 2 times, me bad. That's the best George W. Bush I can do for you today. Yeah, this is happening way too much. And again, no single food plant is enough to make all of us starve. But peck, they're pecking away at us. Pecking away at us. And not the peck from the movie Willow, but pecking away at all of our little food plants. It's having an aggregate effect that I don't like. Now, the big one that got me the other day was Smithfield Foods in California. Their California operations shut down. Now, I love the good people of California, and I can't stand the idiots who live in California. And there are plenty of those as well. In fact, they're the majority. And for the majority, I say F you. And for the good people of California, I beg and plead, get the fuck out of there. And don't take a single political idea with you from that state to anywhere else. All right, let's move on if we shall. Jolene, what have we got? We got Kathy Lynn Masters stepping in and saying, And we have another Fed rate increase coming in July for your information. Well, I'll tell you what, Kathy, my prediction today, and I shared this with Chris B. Bacon, and Chris B. Bacon, he can confirm this. I said, Chris, they're only going to do a 50-point increase, not a 75. And I gave Chris all my reasons. I laid it out according to common sense, logic, critical thinking, intelligence. I was like, they're not going to do the 75. They already baked in the 75. They're going to do a 50 and make everything look like things are getting better. Because Biden, lo and behold, they're like, F you, John, 0.75. Well, okay then. F me, F you, F all of, screw us all. Well, and Kathy Lemaster has to check in and let everyone know. Oh, but wait, there's more. Thank you, Kathy. Yes, I did not let you guys know earlier that, yeah, we've got another Fed increase coming in July. It is June the 15th. Come July, they're going to screw us in the ass again. That's right. We're going to get a good old-fashioned prison job next month, and they're going to nail us again. Will it be 50 or 75? I'm kind of hedging my bet towards 75 again. Don't worry. This is important. I need a little bit of alcohol with my moisture to make things work right. It's kind of like golfing. You got to keep your alcohol and nicotine levels balanced. Okay. And by the way, for all of you naysayers, I have not golfed since I left the great state of California. I'm ashamed to say I have not been to a par 9 or a par 18. Is it par? No, 18 hole. Shit, I can't even remember the golf terms. I haven't even been to a mini golf or a miniature golf or a clown world golf. I have not golfed. I have been engulfed, folks. First in the RMZ, and since getting here to the Deep South, focusing on SHTF and getting ready, training myself physically, intellectually for the fight that's coming. And occasionally I take a day off and relax. Okay. Anyways, what was the point again? Oh, yeah, Kathy Lemaster. Next month, they're going to raise the rates again. They're trying to stop the problem. Now, today, while earlier for us, it was the end of the day in Europe. The end of the day in Europe, guess what they were doing? The European Central Bank with Lagarde. Oh, that brilliant person, Lagarde. She's about as brilliant as Benjamin Shlomo Bernanke. They needed to figure out how to both raise the rates and continue to print a bunch of money in order to solve their liquidity issue, as well as the fact they need other things to slow down. I mean, how do you pump a bunch of cash and make it do exactly what you want? Only the good stuff. Enrich your buddies, but don't fuck up the economy. Well, guess what? They can't figure it out. They're not going to figure it out. They're going to try. They're going to keep playing games, folks. They're going to keep kicking the can down the road. They're going to keep jerking us off. They're going to keep pissing on our back and telling us raining. That's what they're going to do. Okay. We got Global Sacrifice with a $5 super chat donation. He says, screw your freedom. Oh, yeah. Arnold Schwarzenegger, son of a Nazi from World War II. Arnold Schwarzenegger comes to America from Austria, right? Sets the world, gets their attention. Greatest bodybuilder, in my opinion, still to this day. Wants to be a Hollywood actor, to emulate a British muscle-bound actor that he liked. Comes to America, makes his dreams come true. We, the American people, support him. We go and see his frickin' movies, right? We make him a multimillionaire, a mogul, an icon, governor of California, Arnold Schwarzenegger. And this fucker decides to tell us in his geriatric moments as his health declines, probably from too much steroids, Too much horse steroids. decides to say to us, screw your freedoms, because he wants us to lock down, because he wants us to abandon our constitutional rights, the very country that made him who he is, with your support and mine. Screw your freedoms. Anyways, Global Sacrifice, you didn't ask a question, so I thought I would respond in kind. Thank you. I appreciate it, folks. Your super chat donations, your membership is what makes this channel work. The information we bring here makes it valuable. That's what we do. We provide the value, the prepper value, the patriot value, right? But your donations make it possible. It's a 1-2 thing, right? Your donations, your memberships make it possible. The information I bring to you gives it value. Share this information right up here, right up there. Share that internet address, folks. And now we got Alexandra Fedorov checking in. She is now a YouTube member. Now, Alexandra, I don't know if you are a Fedorov of Russian descent, or if you're a Fedorov of Belarusian descent, or a Fedorov of Georgian descent. I don't know. But, folks, we have an issue. Is the problem Russia? Is the problem Ukraine? Is the problem the European people? You know who the problem is? The problem is the people in charge. Folks, I have sat down with people from China. I've sat down with people from Africa. I have sat down with people from Russia. I've met a lot of Ukrainians. I've met a lot of Lithuanians, Estonians, Latvians. I've met them. I've talked to them. We've shared laughs. We've shared drinks. I've met Italians. I've met French. I've met Spaniards. I've met English. I've met Irish. I've met Scottish. I've met Kiwis. I've met Aussies. I've even met and spoken and talked with Japanese, right? Have I missed any fucking buddy? And every time I meet people from other countries, even if, New Zealand, for example, they're like, John, I don't think guns are a good idea. It's like, hey, thanks for sharing your opinion. Now you can go back to New Zealand where there are no guns. In America, we don't trust our politicians, right? I don't care where you're from. Odds are you have the ability to be a good person. Now, having said that, the people in charge of nations, it is not the nation they're from that tells us who they are, but the decisions they make, right? The fruit does not far. One more drink, please. The fruit does not fall far from the tree. Thank you, camera. The fruit does not fall far from the tree. Meaning, right? You can tell who the bad guys are by the decisions they make. I love Europeans. I cannot stand the Euro trash in charge, especially European Union members in Brussels. I love the English. I think they're fascinating, freaking people. They're fun. They're intellectual. I love Russians. Talk about intellectual critical. Germans, same story. But the leaders of these countries are complete assholes. That's a fact. Fact. The leaders of countries want to screw us over for their own benefit. Klaus Schwab, George Soros, you betcha. Name an aristocracy. Name an aristocratic family. And odds are they are not your buddy. Same with America, where we have no titles of nobility, but we seem to have some sort of royalty issue. Right? Unbelievable. Okay, if we shall, Jolene, let's move on. We got Kathleen Master back with a $5 super chat donation. She says, I ask a lot of questions. Thanks for always being wonderful. Well, you're welcome, Kathy. We all have questions. Now, I've heard this a million times. I know you have too, right? The only stupid question is a question that's not asked. Uman reminds me constantly, John, you've answered that question every day for the last 30 days, right? Sometimes questions get repeated. They get repeated in a different way. I answer them in a different way every time, or with updated responses. Questions are necessary. Ask them. We get new people here all the time. And that's what I try and say is all the time we got new people here and they want to know what the hell just happened, right? They just woke up. You know, you wake up in bed, you sit up, you bolt upright. You're like, oh man, I can't believe what the hell's going on, right? I got to get some answers. And that's when you give them this internet address and they're like, oh my God, my eyes are now open. I need to ask questions. And they sit and they watch the Prepared Mind channel. Just eyes as big as saucers. Holy shit. I can't believe they're talking about this. Where have I been? Welcome to the party, pal, right? We're cutting it close and we're glad you're here. Share the information. Share it, folks. Share it like this. The FBI has told us they're watching us. You right-wing wacko lunatics, their FBI is watching us. Well, a far left, Democrat, socialist, scumbag, pro-abortion group called Jane's Revenge has issued terrorist threats against pregnancy centers. The Attorney General of the United States, the Department of Justice, the FBI. No one says a fucking word. Look, I know the Roe v. Wade decision is a big deal, and it's going to come out. Are you prepared? It's coming. It's coming. Jolene, hang on to crispy bacon and through the message system, let me know what's going on with questions today, if we're going to go late or long or not. But understand this, folks. They know, the far left scumbags, that it is not us, the American people, the patriots, who are violent, terroristic. Thank you very much, Jolene. Remember, you can all one more time, Jolene. I got everything going here. I got computers and shit everywhere. I got a tablet, I got phones, I got a computer. We're hooked up. Anyways, continuing. The Department of Justice, the Attorney General, Merrick Dumbass Garland, the FBI, the National Security Agency, the Department of Homeland Security, the CIA, they all know that the left-wing socialists are the ones who are violent. We all know, folks, that Roe v. Wade is going to get dumped. We all know that both men and women share a responsibility in either creating a life or being responsible and having a good time. And if you're going to have a good time, I'm not judging you, right? But put a shrink wrap on that guy, right? Do something, but don't make a mistake. And certainly don't wait 3, 6, 8 months before you do something about it. Dumbasses. Anyways, the extreme left are the violent ones. The extreme left wing, folks, they're proving it again and again, whether it's over abortion rights, whether it's over the Second Amendment, whether it's over perceived racist belief systems, whether it's over the fact that, oh my God, the LG crowd is just being, they're making fun of them. All of those groups, in my opinion, have some mental health issues. Folks, no one's perfect. We're not all 100% right in the head, and I'm making a joke and I'm exaggerating. I know you're right in the head. We know who isn't. We know. Anyways, let's do this. Let's step it up. I think that was Crispy Bacon checking in, and it is. This is Crispy Bacon with a $5 super chat donation. And again, your super chat donations go into the GTFB and SB fund. And that is the Get the Fuck Back and Stay Back fund. Folks, I can't tell you There are people who say, John, what the hell are you doing here? You could go back to the RMZ anytime you want. You can go back there. You've got friends. You've got real estate. You've got whatever it takes. You can live in the frickin' jungle. You can chase the chickens. You can harvest pineapples and bananas and mangoes. You can get all that shit, right? What are you doing here? I'm here for the long haul, folks. I think this is the place to be. This is more of John's culture, fighting and duking it out with the bad guys. And thank you, Chris. Chris, by the way, what the entire R Syndicate, Chris, you know who you are, man. I wish I could meet more of you because I know you're all a bunch of good people. Good people. Whether we're talking about Robert or John or Frank or Uman. Well, we all know who that is. Or Dean. You guys know who you are. Bonnie, you know who you are. All of you. You know when you're a good person. You fucking know it. Anyways, Crispy Bacon, great man. He says, all they are doing is raising the rate so they can lower it again later, as this is the only tool they have in their toolbox. Yes, Chris and I talked a little bit earlier about the toolbox. And it's always been my opinion that the people who have control of the toolbox at the Federal Reserve are nothing but a bunch of tools themselves. Here's their tools, folks. They can raise the interest rate or they can lower the interest rate. And they can print more cash or they can, well, not print any cash. And every time they collect and take money out of the system in the form of taxation, that cash is destroyed and they have to print more. But yeah, the big tool they have to promote the borrowing of money or to punish the borrowing of money, to promote the saving of money by raising interest rates. You raise interest rates, people are like, fuck it, I'm saving, right? But this other factor is out there. While they raise and lower interest rates, this other factor called inflation is going up whether they like it or not. And it's like, uh-oh, inflation bad. Let's get into our toolbox. And they're like, oh, shit. All we can do is raise or lower the interest rates. And we need to keep printing cash, just like the Bank of Japan. Remember when we talked about that? Bank of Japan has to print the equivalent of $4 trillion a year. And Japan is smaller than the state of California. And Japan's covered in volcanoes. and Japan's covered in earthquake-prone zones. The entire state of, or country of Japan, state. Who am I, Barack Obama? The entire country of Japan is kind of like the San Francisco Bay Area. It's either steep volcanoes or mud that shifts in the you know, unbelievable. By the way, we're over 408 people. After an hour, Joe Biden can't get 500 people in a day. Well, I mean, if he does, I don't believe it's anyone more than the office staff at the White House. Okay. Alexandra Fedorov is back as a member and says, loot, burn, and pillage. Get bailed out by the VP. That would be Camel Toes Harris. Engage in constitutional regress and be a political prisoner. Yeah, it seems like there's rules for the left and there's rules for the right. And if you're a leftist, you can burn, you can loot, and you can murder. BLM. You can assault police. You can burn courthouses. You can burn out private businesses. You can murder people regardless of race or gender. You can beat the ever-loving shit out of whoever you want. Old people, young people, little girls. You can infiltrate. You can crash conservative meetings, political gatherings. You can do all these things and never, ever get in trouble. And you can be a conservative. And you get arrested for stepping foot on public property under the invitation of government employees. Unfreaking believable. Rules for thee, but not for me. Thank you, Alexandra, and welcome you and others. And please, folks, share this address the internet address. Share that. That is the only way we're going to grow. This is the only way we're going to get people to wake up. Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense, and a plan. Understand the world around you. Here's you. The world around you, that circle, 10-mile radius. That's your world when shit gets nasty. The lights go out. The water gets turned off. The fuel, whether it's natural gas or diesel or gasoline, petrol, if you're in jolly old England, we could have limited supplies. We could have shortages. We could have gas lines. This country's endured that back in the 70s, folks. 50 years ago, the country endured that shit. But it was for nothing other than the currency problem. Today, we don't just have a problem with gold and the US dollar. We came off the gold standard 50 years ago. Today, it's a little more than the gold standard. Today, we have a problem with the dollar, yet again. We have a problem with fuel, yet again. We have a problem with energy all the way around, yet again, and our infrastructure. We have a problem with education, the military, medicine, law, education, infrastructure, social standards, divisive racism promulgated by the left. There is no end to what the political haters of America are up to, folks. They're using climate change. They're using fear. They're using everything they can to make you their servant in this great reset. Crispy Bacon checks in again. All right, buddy, what do you got? $10 super chat donation. He says, maybe you talked about this, but one certain very short doctor, quadruple juiced, just got diagnosed with the cerveza bug. Will this finally make sense to the sheep and be the end of the hysteria? I think, Mr. Chris, and I know you were busy at the beginning of the show, but that is what I led off with. But I thought he was triple juicinated. You're saying he's quadruple juicinated? He's got the big four, right? Unbelievable. Diagnosed. And what I said, Chris, was, did he really get the safe? Did he really get the effective stuff? Not one, not two, not three, but 4 times? Or did he just say he did? Now, one sure way to make sure you never get cerveza bug, Chris, is to not get tested. And this is incredible. If you don't get tested, you don't have it. I mean, you can say, yeah, I don't feel so good. You can say, I feel kind of shitty. But if you don't get tested, it's not proven. So again, let's look at what you just asked, Mr. Chris. Is this evidence for the American people and indeed the entire planet? Is this evidence that, hey, it's nothing to worry about? There's nothing that can stop it. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4 of the Jim Jones juice and juice boosters. None of that will save you. Even if you are the supreme god of science, Dr. Anthony Fauci. Wow. He is the expert, folks. He knows better. And even his, I don't even know if I want to call his body a physique. Even his body, right, with 4 juice blasts can repel the ever-present, the ever-dangerous, the eternally powerful cerveza bug. Wow. Folks, I enjoy satire, humor. None of this show, by the way, is to be taken serious. It's just satire. It's just cynicism. I'm just a smart aleck. Or am I? You guys know the truth, and we're going to have an announcement for you. If not tomorrow, if not Friday, maybe it will be on the weekend. We're going to be back, folks, with an awesome premium channel, and I'm going to want everybody over there because they're going to kill us here. One of these days, it's going to be whoosh. You're off of YouTube. One of these days. But for now, we're here. And it is your guerrilla funding, your guerrilla funding, right? Guerrilla warriors, guerrilla patriots, guerrilla freedom fighters for our Constitution, for our way of life, for our nation that is now being occupied by the enemy. Chance favors the prepared mind is yours. Semper Fi. God bless America.